Alrighty, what's up guys? So back with part 2 of how this amazing game saved Yuna's hairline. So of course, like we mentioned in part 1, what game are we talking about? None other than Raid Shadow Legends. So not only did they sponsor my hairline, they're also sponsoring this video. So if you use my QR code or the link below, we got an in-game item package worth up to 60 bucks. So not only do you get a bunch of in-game items, you also get 2 epic champions to help you get started. First, there's Tagoar from the Orcs. He's a really good support carry. And then Tayrel from the High Elves faction. A lot of people say this is one of the best epics in the game. He's just a beast on defense. But that's not all. You can also choose one legendary to help you get started. Man, I wish I had this when I was playing. But the codes I'm going to write down below. But if you want, there's Desert Queen to get the Void legendary to Hanarok. There's Tree Hugger to get Green Warden Ruark. This is who I showed off in the last video. You can type Get Loki to get Loki for all you Marvel fans out there. Type Get Alice to get Alice the Wanderer. And then for my Dragon Ball fans, type in Monkey King to get the legendary Sun Wukong. But yes, with all these goodies and promos, there's no better time to start than right now. So give it a shot, and let's get back to story time. So yes, last video we talked about how I got 400 warriors to download Raid. We got enough money, called up the place, made the reservation, booked the ticket, and I flew halfway across the world to Turkey to go fix the hairline. So I get out of the airport, and there's this big buff dude. He looked like this. Ready? There's this big buff dude right here. Rorik Wormbane is what he looked like, but this big buff dude wearing a suit in front of a huge all black SUV with tinted windows. This dude barely spoke English, and like he had the sign. I was like, is that me? He's like, yes, get in. So I got in. He drives me about an hour away from the airport. It's all just like desert. I'm like freaking out a little bit. Right now, I'm like, I hope I'm not about to get scammed. Finally, we arrive at the clinic. So I do all the tests with the doctor, the checkups and everything. They shave my head bald. They mark it all up. It's like 6 dudes prodding all around and everything. But finally, everything is decided, okay? We know what we're going to do. We have the schedule and everything, but it's time to pay. So you have to pay before it happens right there. So all good. You know, I go to the whatever it is, the payment area. Boom, credit card denied. I was like, uh-oh. I was like, let me try the other one then. Credit card denied. The person in charge, they were friendly and smiling. As soon as they saw that, they were going to kill me. They were pissed. So I had to call the bank up. I was going to have to call up my bank, my credit card and everything. But because of time differences, they were closed. So I had to wait until the next morning. So I had time to kill. My head is all bald. So I went back to my hotel room. And what was I doing? Like I said, I was playing that Raid Shadow Legends. I was doing the arena mode. So for this video, let me talk to you about the arena mode before we finish off part 2 of this story. Alright, so like I said in the last video, right? Raid Shadow Legends is so much to do that it's quite overwhelming when you get started. It's still overwhelming because they keep adding new stuff. But where's the arena? So you see all these shenanigans. Like I said, once you have your guys with level 10, you start building a team. You go down to battle right here. You see a lot of dungeons and everything, but just focus on arena. And these are new modes too. Again, there's all sorts of stuff, but let's just focus on classic arena. This is the one I was playing. This is the one I am a pro at. So I'm gonna tell you how to build the dream team and how to enjoy playing arena mode. Quick overview is basically like when you click arena, you have a bunch of opponents. So you get to choose your opponents and you can see their team beforehand. This is what's fun. This is where like the strategy comes in. So like you build a team and then you find a team that you know you can win or that you can counter, and you avoid the ones that counter you. Of course, they can come snipe you back later, but it's like Pokemon, you know, a team building aspect that you guys like, right? So how do you build a good team? Again, this is my meta. It might be outdated, but speed over everything. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you the great entry team that carried me super hard when I was grinding. But first of all, let's go look at my dudes. All right, I'm going to tell you about my team, but we have to start with the GOAT. This is my MVP. I don't know how to say his name though. We call him like Gorbagar whenever I'm streaming it, but this dude is an epic, so he's not super rare, right? You might be able to pull him from the shards, but he's so good because of this one skill right here. He only uses this skill in arena, right? So the idea is, if you look at his equipment, let me show you his equipment. I have nothing but speed boost on him. I need him to go first, right? If I can outspeed my opponent, if I can recognize that he's faster than them, pick them, he goes first, he uses this skill. So right, just listen, right? It fills their what, turn meter. So think about it, basically, if he goes first, even if the rest of my team is slow, he can kind of just bring them up ahead of the line so they can go next. Not only that, he puts an attack buff on them, okay? So just pay attention as we work on these parts, right? So he just brought my team up so they can go next, and he put an attack buff on all of them. Who's up next for part 2? My girl right here, War Maiden. I hope I don't get demonetized for this scantily clad outfit of hers, but she's actually not even an epic. She's a rare. You can farm her in campaign mode. So this is kind of like every player that has raid has this character maxed out, because even though she's only a rare, which is technically like you don't use a lot of rares in this game, she has this insane ability right here. So all she does, she's just a debuff farmer, right? So look at that, 75% chance, basically it's 100 with all the bonus of decreasing their defense by 60%. Okay, so Gorbagar increased my team's attack by 50. She decreased their defense by 60. So we're just gonna do like insane amount of damage right now. My third dude, this is like a flex spot, honestly. I use Warlord because he was one of the first like legendaries I have. But basically, any of those free legendaries I shared earlier, I'm pretty sure if you put them in the third spot, they'd be fine. They're not really that necessary. But if they can do damage, if they can just kind of do any sort of debuff to help you survive, if part 4 doesn't clear them out. But part 3, this is the flex zone. Put whoever you like right here. But part 4, ready, the last one. So this is it. This is the one that's going to wipe out the team in one shot, right? So we already have attack buff on our team. We have defense debuff on their team. Hairline, I told you how to build her in the last one, or Kale, who's another like starter. This should be your damage dealer. This is the one you use in campaign mode. This is one you use against bosses. This should be your heavy hitter. So she's buffed up. They're all taken out. Oh, I forgot though. It has to be AoE. That's why I told you to build her earlier, or Kale. So either use Lightning Arrow or Valley of Death, something that hits AoE and just wipe their team out in one fell swoop. So that's the flowchart. If you don't have these exact champions I told you, if you just find one with like similar abilities based on what you have, you can definitely do it. And I know you're saying, Juna, you're washed. You're just making this up. You don't know what you're talking about. Let's see the plan in action. All right, so here we are back on the arena list here. And just, for the sake of this video, let's fight this dude, Furious Spong 86. Shout out to you wherever you are. But look, he's got 4 legendaries. So this guy, obviously, he spent a little bit of cash. In my team, we're running 2 rares, 1 epic, and only 1 legendary. And even that legendary, like I said, you could swap or use one of the free ones that I gave out earlier. But let's just hop right into the battle. Now, like I said, I have my strategy. So basically, I already won. That's all I have to say. Like, remember I said, as long as I can go first, we can run the flowchart and win. So here's my GOAT. Like I said, Gorbagar, however you pronounce his name. So he's green, he's going first. I'm gonna use that ability right now, buff my whole team, right? So we all got boost turn meter, and now, like I said, the flowchart, right? We got attack buff. So number 2, War Maiden, we're gonna put defense down. Just, by the way, look how cheap my team looks. I got like a naked girl, a dude in a cloak. I'm fighting like this Monster Hunter collab. We're fighting some demon. But ready? Defense down. Okay, and now this dude right here, my GOAT. This is the guy I said you kind of swap out. You don't really need him, but all right, pretty good. They're still standing. And the last turn for my girl, like I said, with the defense down and the attack up, this is guaranteed to kill. Ready? Bop, bop, bop. We're good. We're fine. So even if they don't kill the whole team, as long as you wipe out enough, they don't really have a counter strategy right now. And now you just clean out the scraps. Easy work, easy dub, easy victory right there, right? So that's it. That's the flowchart. I just proved it to you that it works. Now what makes it fun though is, like I said, is once you the fact that you can see your opponent and stuff, once you get up higher, you start running into people that have direct counters to that build that I made. So what you can do with that is then you can kind of swap out that flex spot to counter their counter, and then counter back, and all sorts of shenanigans, or like whatever the current meta is, what teams people are running. You want to build something that beats that, right? It's almost like a card game or something. I don't know. But that deck, or sorry, not the deck, that team I just showed you right now, that strategy, even if you don't have those exact champions, if you run that strategy, you can go really far and get a lot of cool items and like things to power up your guys. But yes, after a night in my hotel playing arena mode, I finally was able to call the bank and tell them, I'm not getting scammed in Turkey. Please let me use my card. So I went back, I was able to pay, and then we were able to get the procedure the next. It was like 2 days. It takes mad long. It was like 2 full days. You get like a little break in between. But yeah, I remember I was watching The Office. They give you like a painkillers. I'm on painkillers watching The Office, laughing, having a good time. it's not like Aris says to. They don't take the hair out of your butt. They take it off the back of your head and they put it on the top. But yeah, 2 days completed, all bandaged up. Then I headed home. And so for part 3, the finale, I'll tell you about everything that happened after. And we could even do a lovely hairline reveal if you want to stick around. But yes, once again, I want to say shout out to the Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring the hairline and the video. Like I said early on in the start, there's a bunch of free stuff. You know, use the QR code up here. Use the link down below. Like, you get the in-game items, you get the epic champions, and the legendaries, which will help you run that arena team that I showed you earlier. But not only that, right now, I got a clan too. Where's my clan at? Here it is. Just for this video, I got a brand new one if you guys want to hop in. Raid Illuminati 10. The next video, part 3, I'm going to show you all about the clan boss, because I'm a pro at that too. These people don't believe me, man. I played this game. I got hundreds of hours in this game. So I'll show you how to fight the clan boss, build a good team for that. But yes, if you're still watching, I appreciate it. And if you download Raid Shadow Legends, I'll appreciate it even more. But yes, yeah, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoy. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.